Ah, one fish, dang it. Verifying, but taking care of ba 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 ba. Finally. I'm just gonna play. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, there it goes. I don't know why it was so fucking blurred. Is motion blur on or some shit? I don't think this game has motion blur, does it? Oof. Off. Okay, resetting my settings. There we go.
Once, there was a glorious kingdom established.
Can't decide whether pyro slimes taste better with salt and pepper or garlic and herbs. Is there time for a quick snack?
Morgan? Oh shit. Wait, what? I gotta complete a... What? Really? Why? Why does it want me to... Really? Really? Oh well. Hey, Minky. Thank you. Some reason this quest is in Sumo.
Perfect. It's you two. I have a commission here.
The only ones for the job? Huh. If our help is really that...
The Adventurers Guild doesn't employ that kind of classification system. In fact, all it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
Huh? Then why did you say we...
I came across this commission while reviewing our backlog not too long ago. It seems simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive efforts with the reputation of the Adventurers Guild and...
Well, that's us for sure.
If it proves to be beyond your capabilities as well, I'll...
Okay, so who...
This commission was jointly issued by the residents of Vimara Village. They say one of their... But the problem is...
They're all from the same village, but they don't even know his name? If so many adventurers have failed to complete this commission, maybe this...
Unlikely. Several villagers came by to issue the commission, and judging by their appearance and tone of voice, they... Besides, putting up a commission requires a... In any case...
Alright then, let's go! Paimon's starting to get...
Let's teleport here. Something about it. Easier to get down to it. Hi, Mickey. Thank for the follow.
Now I got stomach cramps. We made it to Vimara Village! Why don't we talk to some of the villagers to learn a little bit more about the missing guy? If this commission is really as challenging as Catherine made it out to be, we're gonna need to carry out a very detailed investigation.
Oh, I'm EP, so I might not stream too long, but I wanted to stream anyway. I'll stream at least a half hour. I'll probably raid Neil or something. Oh, that person over there.
Hello there. You looking to buy something?
Oh, no, we're adventurers.
Ah, so you're here about that then. Ah, you're not the to be honest, we aren't holding out much hope. Many adventurers have made their way out here. We've pretty much had it up to here in questions, and the area around the village has practically been over...
So, this person we're looking for, what's his name? What...
I don't know. I really have no clue. I couldn't tell you.
Okay, guess...
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sound short with you. I was actually just... I know it may seem like we don't have anything to offer by way of information, but I promise you, we all have a very strong impression. We just don't know the specifics. Maybe we did at one point, but that information isn't... At least that's what everyone in the village seems to think. We've all exchanged what we know.
Alright, specifics...
Young guy. In his early 20s, probably. Incredibly kind sort of person. Oh, I'd chat with him when I didn't have any customers. I even saw him stick out his neck for other...
Now that you've started talking about him, you don't seem nearly as down in the dumps as you did...
But of course, everyone in the village is... There aren't many young people like him nowadays. So genuine and...
Could he have just move.
No, he's not the type to leave without saying goodbye. And anyway, moving away without being seen by a single person in the village?
Huh. Alright, thanks.
Bird. And now I need to go up. I just want you to go, yeah. So.
It's that guests I hear.
Hi, Grandpa Amadea. We're here to help you look for the guy.
Ah, so that's what...
Could you tell us a bit about him?
Of course. I'm happy to help with my failing eyesight. I'm afraid I can't offer much about his appearance, but I do remember hearing the sound of his voice. Not recently, of course. That loss has left me feeling quite empty. I don't think his parents are still living in the village, but somehow he never seemed lonely. In fact, he was usually the one offering companionship to others. He would often take time to visit the elderly or play with the orphans in the village. And whenever someone had something on their mind, he was there to listen with open ears. He always knew just what to say. As the village chief, I owe him many thanks. Helping villagers navigate difficult moments in their lives should have been one of my responsibilities. But he was often the one rising to the occasion.
Wow. He seems like such a nice and gentle person. No wonder his disappearance affected you all so much.
But I can't remember details, that's weird.
You wouldn't happen to know any details about his name, address, or family situation, right?
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I just can't remember. No matter how you look at it, I should know those things. But for some reason, no matter how hard I try to remember, the information just doesn't come. Perhaps my age really has caught up with me this time.
It's okay. There's no need to force yourself to try and remember. We'll figure something out. Well, Traveler, what do you think? Paimon thinks so too. Like, the name thing. It's so weird that no one remembers his name. And nobody has been able to tell us anything about his family or where he lived. It's like this guy's been erased from reality or something. Wait,
Yeah.
so you're saying it's not that he's been erased, necessarily, but more like he never existed to begin with? Okay, Paimon's gonna need some time to process that one. Someone who only exists in people's memories?
You two are the adventurers who just arrived, right? You're here for the Vamara Village Commission?
Yep, sure are. We were just looking into the case.
I'm so glad to hear that. Thank goodness you haven't given up. I've been so worried the Adventurers Guild might cancel our commission. My name is Atosa, by the way. I grew up here in Vamara Village. Anyway, I just wanted to say, please keep searching for a missing villager. I'm begging you. You have to find him.
Yeah, no need to worry. We'll give it our...
Okay, where we going now? Sorry. Oh, these. I'm tempted to pull if I can. Oh, I can. Oh. You want that new character? Her. More than this one. Oh, fuck it. Be cool. Damn it.
I can't decide whether pyrosines taste better with salt and pepper or garlic and herbs.
I don't know if I want to pull too much, because I don't want to trigger my, No, I'm not doing it in a minute. Abba, how are you doing, everyone?
Is this the place?
I did.
Under this tree?
Yep. I know it doesn't look like much, but this place is very meaningful to me. It's so full of memories. We used to always sit together under this tree and talk. Sometimes we would look up at the clouds in the sky or stop to feel the wind against our skin. We could sit there for hours at a time, never realizing how long it had been. I was actually adopted by the people of Vamara Village. The forest rangers found me in the woods as a child. I was surrounded by such good people, and growing up in the village was so lively. Still, there were times when I couldn't help but feel incredibly alone.
Alone?
How should I put it? When something's bothering you, or when you have good news to share, you always want to talk about it with somebody. But for the longest time, I didn't know who I could talk to, or if I should say anything at all. Everyone has their own problems to deal with. Even if I might want to confide in others, I don't want to become a burden. Really? You know exactly how I... Wow, that sounds really nice. You're quite lucky. When it comes to our missing villager, well... I guess you could say that to me. He felt like both a family member I could rely on and a friend who could really understand me. No matter what came my way, I knew I could always talk to him. He was so thoughtful and pure, and patient too. Whenever I talked to him, he would always seem so interested, as if the things I was describing were just as important to him as they were to me. Ever since he disappeared, there's been so much I wanted to tell him. No, none of those things matters now. I just really want to see him again.
Wow, you two must have been really close. Did he ever tell you anything about himself?
He mostly just talked about interesting things he saw around the village. He'd share a lot of his own wild ideas as well. Oh, right! I did ask him about his parents once. But all he said was, they're not here anymore. I didn't know whether that meant they had left the village or passed away, and I didn't want to pry.
Still not much to go off of.
Look at me. Talking your ear off and still nothing to show for it. I'm sorry I wasn't more help. The last time I talked this much in one go was when we were... come to think of it. Every time we talked, it always seemed to be around... Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking...
Well, time always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler?
Looks like he's a spirit.
Hey, look at those hilly trails over there. Doesn't it?
I don't know what yours.
The Abyss Order.
Yeah. Abyss Mage. What? What?
Uh-oh, we've been spotted! Quick, get ready to fight!
I don't have a water up front. Okay, you should go down there and release it more. Okay. Is that it? Okay, release it.
Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting monsters to show.
It was no trouble.
That's what I was
Now that I
thinking.
think about it, the hilly trolls around Vilmara village have been a lot more active lately. They seem agitated and would often attack anything in sight. Chief Amadea doesn't allow the children to play in the area around the village anymore.
Maybe the Abyss Order really is involved. Well, we should head back and check out the situation in Vimara village just in case. If the Abyss Order is plotting something that could spell trouble for the villagers. Wait a second. The person! It's Dainslev!
Ain't seen him in forever.
Ah, it's you two.
Oh, a friend of yours?
What you get? Oh my God.
Well, I'll leave you all to it.
I think the chasm, maybe.
Why do you always have to pop up out of nowhere like that? Is it your life's mission to...
It's hardly personal or intentional.
Ah, so you're here to investigate...
Naturally. Hold on. Are you not here for the same... No, the Abyss Order is most certainly planning something.
So you think the Abyss Order is behind the hilly trail activity in the area?
As things stand, I highly doubt that is their primary motive. I would imagine the increased hilly trail activity is merely a byproduct of whatever it is they're really trying to accomplish.
Still, the hilly trail activity is causing a lot of problems for the people here. We should stick around for a while and protect the village, don't you think?
The best way to protect them is by figuring out what the Abyss Order is truly planning. That is how we prevent further tragedy. And you shall have them. I never intended to hide anything from you. Don't worry. There should be ample time to talk.
What time is it? Yeah, I'll go until at least 9.
Ah. So that was the commission. Someone who seems to only exist in people's memories. That is indeed quite intriguing. I would agree that it's unlikely you have a simple missing persons case on your hands. However, any possible connection to the Abyss Order is still unclear. It appears all we have by way of clues is increased hilly trail activity. and that is certainly not much to go off of.
Right! That mysterious voice she heard in her brother's memory. The one who called himself a sinner. Who is he?
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you?
Yeah.
I sense hesitation in your words. After all, you still haven't figured out the whole truth of what happened. There's still hope for the two of you to reconcile. Irreparable damage has not yet been done.
Personally.
The sinner you wish to know about, his situation is different. He and his fellow sinners have long betrayed me, and long betrayed their nation. His name is Vedrfolnir, the Visionary. I'm loath to admit it, but he is also my kin, my older brother.
Your brother?
There were 5 of them, the 5 sinners of Kanria. The wise Roptatir, the visionary Vedrfolnir, Gold Rhindaughter, the foul Sertologi, and Rehir of Solnari, Rerir. No matter how eroded my memory may become, I will never forget their names. One day, I shall have my vengeance.
Wait, some of those names sound really familiar. Rhindaughter is the one who created Albedo.
Yeah.
Sertologi is Skirk's master. And the one we just learned about, Dane's brother, Vedrfolnir. If he was the voice of the sinner, then the one who inspired Clothar to create the Abyss Order was him.
They were once people of great esteem in Kanria. Those who carried the hopes of the nation. They were the best of their 6 of us. Together. We should have been the ones to prevent the disaster. The ones to stop the Vinster. Yet, deep within, the 5 of them craved something more. So they became sinners. But also transcendent beings. And when the cataclysm occurred, not one of them stood up in defense of their nation. Not one came forward to prevent the tragedy. And indeed, if they are not stopped, the day is sure to come when they will also, of course. As I said...
So, Dane, what have you been looking into?
I've continued to investigate the questions surrounding the Loom of Fate. It's been quite some time since the initial operation was launched. By retrieving the eye of the first field tiller, we were able to stop part of their plan from coming to fruition.
Oh, Paimon remembers! Weren't they going to use it to corrupt Osial and make a god or something?
Indeed. However, it's obvious that was just some sort of technical experiment. The eye was integral to their plan, yet somehow, despite failing to obtain it, they've skipped the There are many signs pointing to that effect.
Then, what should we do?
Our most pressing concern is to determine the purpose of the Loom of Fate. From there, based on the intel I've gathered so far, I suspect the Loom of Fate is related to the ley lines in...
The ley lines?
Traveler, you were able to observe your siblings' memories last time, yes? My recent investigation has shown that Abyss Order activity in a particular area is usually followed by a series of...
Wait, then our commission here in Vamara Village.
It's certainly possible. I'll join your investigation.
Well, if we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try investigating.
Baba.
Oh, so tired. Paimon used way too much brain juice yesterday. It's all Dane's fault saying all that complicated stuff. Well, let's go find Dane!
Where is he? Oh. Oh. Oh, you're right here.
Dane?
It's gonna be hard to find.
Hello, Dane? Why are you just zoning out over here? Did something happen?
Papa.
The missing person from your
Oh, a young guy? Early 20s?
There appear to be certain memories in my mind that memories...
Maybe...
No, it wasn't a dream. And I'm certain I've never met this person before. I remember handing him the eye of the first field tiller.
What? Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with the Abyss Order.
Indeed. And it appears he possesses...
Wait then. All the memories the villagers have of him. But why would he do something like that?
Whatever the Abyss Order is planning,
What sort of
that their goal is still to obtain the eye of the first field. I am the only person who knows its location. Perhaps your concerns are not entirely unfounded. I don't believe the Abyss Order, however, considering their single-minded come with me. We must...
Oh, so you're going to take us to...
Of course.
Yeah. Take over now.
So you hid it way out here? Not an easy place. Well, let's go check to see if it's safe.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
Hey, wait up!
This is a trap. This is a trap. That's a fun kind of trap. What's the very adorable femboy you want to breed? Okay, well, this will work. Fire them out. Oh, it's an upside down city. Yeah. No, that was the one before. It was. After that,
Boba, get them!
Boing, boing, boom! That really hurt.
Jumpy Dumpy go!
It appears the mechanisms here have changed over time. You can access the upper floor through the side door. Perhaps you should try reactivating the mechanism over there.
Yeah, first. Oh. There we go. Damn it. Well, how do I get over there? Oh. I didn't see that there before. Bullshit. Nope.
Ah!
Oh, come on. Play away too far to damage you already.
Boing, boing, boom! I'm a rock!
Yeah, I tried. There was more room. I tried to get back.
Jumpy Dumpty! Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
I should probably reactivate the one below. Yeah, gotta rearrange the light so it's like.
Make sure all the runes are pointing in the direction indicated by the light. That should unlock the mechanism. door's open. Let's go. Our destination is just up ahead.
I guess they shouldn't have expected it to open immediately. Should have been what I mean, it's Catalina, please. They're still not letting us use Jane.
Looks like we can't go any further.
Be on your guard.
Oh,
It's the Abyss Order! They're
it's next dude.
Eat this! Nice and spicy! Oh, phew! Boing, boing, boing! Woo! That's really fun!
Ow. Oh, kick this in.
Just as I suspected. The false memories were a trap. The Abyss Order, now that they're in the vicinity, we should have a chance to see.
Dane? What's wrong?
Can you feel that?
Wow, you must be really sensitive to that sort of thing.
You too. Do as I say. Use that mechanism over there. The Abyss Order is putting something in motion. If you return to Vimara Village, just think of it as a way to divide and conquer.
I got the eyes there. He'd be a fool to take him, lead him to the any joke such as that can. Ooh.
I knew going along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
You risked your safety, and that of the Eye. That's quite the gamble, Dainsleif. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap laid by the Twilight Sword.
So you came here all on your own? What about those followers of yours?
When the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. Better that I face you alone. I know you must have a lot to say, but if it's a conversation you want, you'll have to defeat me first.
Papa.
The Abyss Order's on the move. The ley lines are all out of whack. We better hurry back to Vimara Village and see what's going on. Hey, look at those hilly churls over there. Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago?
Yeah. What's going on?
In the new world, they bade farewell to the shrouded sun. At last, they no longer needed to dwell on their suffering. Such was the price they paid, and thus their souls became cleansed and pure.
Did you hear that? It sounded so gentle. Oh, this is weird. Let's check if this is happening. Looks like the same thing is happening over here, too. The hilly churls are calm.
You see, we're both still here. We've reclaimed an end. Release your tears. You know.
Over there. It looks like they're sleeping.
In the end, sleep well, Father. When you awake, that which differentiates.
It almost sounds like a poem or... Well, now that the hilly churls have calmed, let's put this situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our chance.
The Abyss Order? Thank you for your concern.
Well, that's good. Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues.
Some...
Huh? You know, the young guy from Vamar. That's kind of the whole reason we're here.
Ah, I do apologize. At least...
But how is that? Something's definitely not right. We just talked to Grandpa. What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone's memories of the missing villager have been erased? You're right.
Gotta go up.
Someone's gone.
Just as expected. a bunch of nice things about her. He's around 20 years old and...
Oh, I know who.
Really?
There aren't many young people who've earned that kind of praise from me. Then there's only one person who fits the bill. No doubt about it. But what? Yeah, I just saw him leave the village.
Strange. Bayram seems to remember him. And apparently he just saw him? Do you think maybe it's not that there's something wrong with people's memories, but that we...
If this person only exists in people's just like what happened with Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? If we really did travel back to a time before... Time travel is extremely...
Right! Paimon totally forgot about the ley line disturbances. Wherein someone, just like how you entered your sibling's memory last, that would also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went missing. It's a memory after all. Right. If he's someone who only exists in people's but didn't Bayron just say that he saw him? Who knows how long this ley line disturbance is gonna... Good idea! We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to... Right! That! Could we try to figure out more about him using... Like, does it maybe leave a trace?
If time was allowed to pass with...
No wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit! That's the tell of the fake... The implanted memories are basically taking place. If the memories included the regular passage of time, like there could be overlap or something. People might start to wonder. That's why he makes sure the memories take place.
We thought Chief Amadea... No. The color of the sky.
Oh, right! That's exactly what Atosa just...
Oh, come to think of it, every time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Yep, that has to be it! This is definitely Atosa's memory.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the tree.
that's where they'll be.
Here we go. So let's switch your talking to him. There he is.
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. She just talks like, oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. It's okay if you don't.
Oh, I think you're an incredibly... You'll meet many amazing people and live a very happy
Oh yeah,
life.
they're from China.
You won't
Yeah,
miss
that
someone
word.
like me.
Huh?
That was pretty sure.
Are those your friends over there?
Say Chris.
Oh, right! This version of Atosa...
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort. So,
Another time, huh? Yeah.
We already did the main run, so there shouldn't be another.
It's nice to see you, Traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
Dane's brother. One of the... Born into abject sorrow.
You're... Kari Bear Alberic.
Oh. You know me? That's... Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it?
Yeah,
This
I
is
don't remember
Atosa's
for
memory.
that though.
I
That
came here
shit.
to say goodbye to her. But I suppose I'll just leave her a message instead.
Yeah, what the hell does that mean? Bah, bah, bah. Oh, this is beautiful.
I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world, after all. It's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host. I've always hoped that I'd get the chance to talk to you like this. And extreme sorrow and pain. Hope and regret coursing through your veins. And a degree of abyssal power that defies comprehension. Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, I would become the loom of fate. But despite his intentions for me, I never truly became the loom of fate. I was merely used as a means for its construction. In truth, I died the moment I set everything in motion. The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left over within the loom of fate. As for your question, the loom of fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines. In its primitive form, it can only be used to create and implant memories. But as more of it is completed, its power becomes stronger and stronger, until finally, it has the power to weave real ley lines of its own. Once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level ability to influence memories. But it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world. Yes. I have the ability to control the loom in its semi-completed form. After all, its existence... Ah, that. I was wrong to implant those memories. I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world, as if... I know it. Why would I do something so... But I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. Chief Ahmadiyya, Baram, Granny Jahiyat, Atosa. What would it be like if I could live alongside them? No cataclysm. I was curious, so I selfishly, even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. I know it sounds, after all, my life, any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old. My consciousness, left to mature in an illusory world of nothingness. Even the form you see before you was nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance. I know. But there's nothing. If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of... I know. Captain Dainsleif. Twilight Sword, you mean? Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the Loom of Fate has already been completed. No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time. His plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location. Capitalizing, he would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye. That's right, because in his mind... Before you two entered that false location.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
That was when I implanted the memory of him handing you the eye. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of the ordinary, and took that memory to be real. I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be... I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you. Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor extend the ones that already exist. In the face of everything they could be planning, I fear I'm too insignificant to even get a glimpse. In any case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate, and my goal... You remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alberic. I believe after he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my hilichurl form, I suffered from an indescribable level of mental anguish. To comfort me, my father told me a story, that this was a fairy tale world where I had... That story managed to dispel my fears, even if just for a moment. My goal was simple: to use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form. When it's to implant a specific memory into the minds. In that memory, I would tell them a story. I can't change the world. Now all that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied. But now,
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one last time.
Of course she's not there.
Kari Bear's consciousness is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too. Well, how about a conversation? The chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. Wouldn't you agree? That battle earlier, the one against Dane, I didn't expect that after everything. Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even at the Loom of Fate, huh? Before the heavenly principles awaken. Yes, for 500 years now. Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne. Yes, such a flagrant disregard for the rules. And still Celestia took no action. However, the heavenly principles will awaken. You could say that. Just look at Kari Bear. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was. Quiet and peaceful, even as a hilly churl. Seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world. So ask yourself this. Who was, of course, that's only one example. Lumine?
You're the only one in this world who calls me that. There's so much I wanted to ask you. But there's just one thing I have to... Why?
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end. Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together. You told me. You wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom. To have a place like that suddenly appear before me? Well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean?
I miss you too, Lumine. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer, I don't even know how to face myself sometimes. Let alone my own sister.
What's going on?
This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer. In fact, aside from our ability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. With Kari Bear gone, we won't be able to remember anything that happened here. Everything in this space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
You're only telling me this now?
Well.
Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said, oh, and Dane came by just now? He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were alright and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind. Let's think for a second. He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that, Paimon doesn't remember. Wait. Well, what happened after that?
Ah, there you are. Sleep well.
Bayram, you sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. It's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. So there we were, searching away. Well, according to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree. There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up. And after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Oh, and we also remembered his name, Curry Bear. Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner. Well, I hope he's happy wherever he is. And we're all...
Well, he's in the afterlife.
Seems like everyone thinks Curry Bear left the village. That's probably for the best. At least they have some sort of explanation now. Paimon didn't see her in the village just...
There she is.
Hey, Atosa, how's it going?
Oh, it's you two. I was part of the search party. Honestly, I just can't believe it's funny, but I guess it doesn't really matter anyway. Life is... I'm just happy I got to meet him. Okay, I'll admit. I was dumped. Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without saying good... You don't... It's just like Curry Bear said. It's the... And, you know, if he has a heart... Anyway, thanks for all your hard work.
Well, that should be it. Oh, right. Weren't you about to tell Paimon what... A picture?
Let's right out. Why is it like Kibby? Let's trade Kibby. I've known her longer than baby. She's playing League. Y'all have a good evening. Bye. I'm busy on next mission. It should be Friday. Might be tomorrow though, depends on my mood. Bye. Have a good night.
Sorry. Boston is nice and pretty. Oh. What kind of new place did you get?